welcome back to another episode of the 5060 show.
Always gonna bring you 110%.
That's right, man. I'm your host, Scoobs.
And I'm Coach Rosey.
And thank you all for being here today. Been a good couple of weeks, I guess you can call it. Me and Rosie, we took our own bye week this past week, and we hope you guys had a happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays and all that good stuff. But we are back with this new episode. Lot to talk about today, man. But how was your week off? How was your bye week?
So, with Thanksgiving and it was me and my wife's first time hosting in our new crib and everything. So it it was a team effort, the moms and the grandmothers and aunties all made most of the food. Me and Tabitha made a couple side dishes. So, it was a collaborative effort for sure. Everybody came over, had a good time, ate good. So it was definitely a success for sure.
That's good. That's good. That's good, man. Bringing the family together, man. That's you
Yeah.
know, regardless. That's why I tell people all the time. That's just really what it's all about, and just trying to do that a little more often. But that's what's up, man. First year hosting. Thanksgiving. I hope you
Nice.
have
Yeah.
some pictures for memories. I don't know if we talked about that or not.
I don't know that we did. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it
We
had
got
to
a
be
couple
like that.
pictures. We got a couple pictures of the kids, but I don't think we took very many pictures. Um, but no, it was good to have a few days off of work, and um, chill for a little bit. But then this week is good. Tomorrow your boy turned 35, so
Sure.
be the
Come on.
crazy. So getting a little older, a little bit wiser. You know, s-
Year by year, man. That's how it goes. Well, that's good, man. We definitely gonna celebrate your birthday this weekend too. So it should be
yeah,
fun, man. But I guess as for me, it was a pretty good week off, man. We did, I guess most people basically call it like a seafood boil.
gotcha.
We actually changed it up and did something like that. And amazing, of course. The wife hooked it up, and you know, it was just, nice, relaxing. We had a few family members over, and we just kept it simple like that. And
Right.
again, to end it like you just mentioned, just had a few extra days off because of the holiday. And man, just really took advantage of that time to just relax and just recover. That's what a bye week is for, right?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, man. So now I know Rosie just spoke on that. Again, with us having a bye week, we still did the picks for week 12. I actually ended up winning. It came down to that last Monday night game, man. It was a good one, but man, thankfully the Broncos, they came out on top of that game. So I'm still one. Excuse me. I'm still one more short from Rosie. Rosie still has one more game up on me. But again, here we are, week 13. Um, as you all can see, man, we ended up getting a tie this week. So yeah, so we ended up tying this week. It definitely came down to the wire. Broncos came out with that win, man. But was there any other games in particular that stood out for you this week, Rosie?
Man, I'm surprised we tied because we actually had a bunch of games different this week. But um,
Yeah.
the of course, with the Chiefs game and the controversy on the call and all that, and but hey. You play to win the game, man. I've been hearing a lot of Chiefs fans are starting to sound spoiled and bratty. They talking about, man, we gotta start winning better. It's like, bro, was y'all saying that? Was y'all saying that when we was 2-14 and stuff back in? It's like, bro, we don't know how to win. Like, Chiefs fans just be talking stupid now because we got so used to winning. Now it's like, man, shoot, we gotta start. Patrick Mahomes gotta start winning better. Like it don't matter how you win. A
It,
win is a win.
exactly.
Matter.
They show up when it's time to show up. I mean, and hey, everyone's doing their jobs, you know. So like we go back and forth about a receiver's going to drop a pass here and there, you know. Uh, uh, Whatever. Special teams might have made a mistake. It's just a part of the game, right?
What was that? There was a couple other games that was pretty live though. That like Patriots Colts
Yeah,
went back and forth for a while.
yeah, I'll say this too. It was a good week for special teams between some more blocked field goals and some, you know, I believe it was like one or two kick returns and even some onside kick recoveries too. So, I mean, hey, I know a lot of people were kind of sleep on the special teams, especially when it came to kickoff and kick return because of how it's set up now, but I mean, hey, you know, it's still making a difference in some of these games. You know what I'm saying? So don't sleep on special teams, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it was definitely some. I don't know. I mean, even you know, Saquon Barkley, he still showed out. You know, even versus the Ravens, their defense has been so up and down lately. But I mean, hey, Cowboys won for the first time in who knows how many weeks. Um, you know, I mean, and again, me and you, we actually got to watch quite a few games together this past Sunday, man, and it was just a lot of live action going on. So, I don't know. I mean, man, I'll tell you who I'm just, you know, disappointed in, but it was a snowy game. But the 49ers, man, that game was. You know, that's the Bills' home. The Bills are always known to
Oh
be
yeah,
very good in the snow.
for sure.
They're used to it. But 49ers, man, and now that McCaffrey's banged up, he's probably done for the season. I mean, yeah, I know I picked them as my Super Bowl pick, and that's definitely going downhill, man. So I'm not too for sure how this is all gonna play out.
Nah, yeah. With this week though, let's also talk about man, um the Bears coach got fired,
Yeah.
right? So and I didn't realize what happened, but he took a lot of flack for because they played against the Lions, right? And the game was close and they had a shot at the end, but apparently uh Caleb Williams was like they were waiting on the play to
Yes.
like get in, and they never gave him a play. So then
Oh,
the clock ran out.
yeah.
So it
Yeah.
was like, and that's why there was a player I can't think of the player's name who was like going off on the coach like after
Yeah,
the
I
game.
did see that, but I don't remember the
Yeah,
player either. But yeah.
right.
Hey, look, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if it was DJ Moore. I feel like he's been a
It
highlight.
was a defensive guy actually though. It was a defensive guy who was like
Oh,
going off. Yeah,
oh, oh, yeah. I'm gonna
yeah,
have to find that. But
right.
yeah, I did. Again, like you just mentioned, they fired that coach. That was horrible, though. You know, at that point, you have to fire him, even
And
if
apparently, like they were saying, like that that wasn't the only time that something like that happened, where they like got a penalty or something happened based off not getting the play call in fast enough. It's like you like I've seen that happen, on the high school level, but you can't do that in the league. Like
yeah.
it's unexcusable.
For real, man. A lot of frustration there, but let's hope, whoever the next coach is stepping up, let's hope that he already has some good chemistry with the
Mhm.
players because it's just a lot of frustration in Chicago, man. You can just tell. Even in I guess speaking of frustration, I know me and you, we were kind of going back and forth watching that Atlanta game, that Falcons game, when Kirk Cousins, I mean, I feel like he did a pretty good job, like, basically the first half of the game, and it came down to the wire, but
Oh yeah, sure.
on interceptions
He
and
threw he threw a lot of picks though. Well, what
oh
was it, four?
yeah, I'm trying
He
to
threw
I'm
like four.
looking, I was like, dang, yeah, four picks. He threw for
It was a
200.
pick six too. Like what was a pick six?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm wow, that was sad, man. I couldn't believe that, but yeah, man. That again, I just feel like we can highlight real quick a few games since me and you watched
yeah,
a few of them, but that uh I'll say this too because you mentioned this early in the season. Anthony Richardson, man, he's looking. I think he's starting to really find that rhythm, and
yeah.
they won. They beat the Patriots, I believe by
It was a good game. It was
yeah,
a good game. Yeah,
yeah. Dude, did you okay? Last thing, then we can move on. But do you know that if I'm correct, they fined um Anthony Richardson for they made it sound like excessive behavior or personal foul type stuff. Basically saying like because he's leading in with his helmet as he's
yeah,
rushing, which is crazy. I feel like in my personal opinion, I feel like I guess yes, fine him. Maybe they should have just threw the flag during the game. But at the end of the day, I feel like that is still teaching him a lesson because, dude, you're a quarterback. You cannot lead with your helmet.
yeah,
You uh,
yeah.
you gotta know
He's like
what's going on around
he's
the league.
he's just like always been like a physical cat.
Yeah, yeah,
So he just play really physical. But when you're a quarterback and you do that, you end up getting hurt, man. Like quarterbacks just like that's what I feel like RG3 really like went through.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. A lot of quarterback. I mean, shoot, but again, for one, it's good that he's not hurt, but for two, I'm just glad that this is what his second year in the league, so he just has to learn from these type of things, and I think finding him is definitely gonna, you know,
right.
gonna be practicing that. So again, man, let's move on to the Chiefs game. I mean, we actually highlighted the majority of it, but that play call, it was just, whoo, what do you have to say about it?
Well, you're talking about the flag call,
The flag,
the penalty. Yeah, so I mean, it was hard to tell from like our view because they never showed the receivers, so we couldn't see. But like after I saw that angle, like yeah, like those receivers were just like moving back and forth. The tight end was like telling one to get up and get back, so they were never set.
yeah, yeah, they were,
So they just called illegal shift because they had more than like two people in motion, more than one person in motion. So you know, it was the right call. It was the right call. At first they thought it was false start,
yeah,
but like nobody like false started. Those two receivers were just out there like moving around like they just were
right,
never set.
exactly,
So the only it's like illegal shift is also usually a pre-snap call. So that's the only thing is like a pre-snap penalty usually like negates the play. Like so,
right,
I'm I don't know. Well, yeah, because they called that. Then the Chiefs declined it, which means like they got the fumble.
yeah,
But yeah,
it's
it
crazy.
was iffy. It was an iffy call. Um, but I'm never gonna apologize for winning.
Oh,
So
not at all.
that's
Not
what it is.
hey, whatever way we win, 1 point, a half a point, I don't care. We want it. It's
Right.
a yeah. So I mean, again, I don't even have to explain anything. That was perfect, man. It was just It was just the right call for the rest, man. Yeah, but again, man, I will give it up to what's his name, Aiden O'Connell. Like,
Well, he threw some good balls, yeah,
man, threw for 340 yards and
for
two
sure.
touchdowns, no picks. And Mahomes was not too far behind him, just throwing 306 yards and one touchdown, zero picks. Again, I'll take it, but again, overall, good performance, you know what I'm saying? We knew it was gonna be a good fight. When it comes to being, rivals, it's always a good fight, you know what I'm saying? It's always
Right.
gonna be that. Not to mention we just beat them what, 2, 3 weeks ago. So, but again, Pacheco's first game back as well. I know a lot of can us Chiefs fans, we were really excited about that. What did he rush?
Yeah. I'm curious on like what we're gonna see in that backfield
Yeah.
with like him back and then Kareem Hunt. If they're gonna try to do some things with both of them, or just truly just split them and just let them play for uh just like split the reps. But we'll see.
It was a good game back though. I mean, you can tell that, like you said, they were splitting,
Yeah.
and I mean, he looked good. Obviously, he's not going to move the same way 100%, but I mean,
Right.
I will say, every time he got that ball, he was moving. He definitely was looking more like a RB1. So we'll
Right.
just see how he goes from here, man. I mean, but again, overall, great performance for both. I'm gonna say this, both quarterbacks, but again, this is really about Mahomes anyway. But he had a good performance. All the receivers, Travis Kelce got 7 receptions for 68 yards. Like, so I love how we keep adding, we keep getting the other tight ends, you
Oh
know.
yeah.
uh,
No, great.
yeah, no, great. Yeah, so it was just an overall good performance, man. I'm looking at the stats, like, I mean, everybody
Like
was,
we played well offensively, but then the like defense started to have a breakdown. So
yeah, it's getting tough, man. So hopefully, we know Andy Reid's gonna get in there, look at that film. We probably haven't slept too much, and he's gonna figure it out, man. So great performance. Congratulations to the Chiefs. 2-0 this season versus the Raiders. Hey, rivals. That's all we really care about. So good job, guys. But, of course, I just mentioned rivals. This college football, a lot of good rivals, man. A lot of good games this
sure. Yeah, it was.
this past weekend. I know Rosie texted me late night about that Georgia versus Georgia
He
Tech
was
game.
sleeping.
I was
And he
asleep,
was taking a nap.
bro.
Napping ass dude.
I was asleep on the couch. Like,
Bro, 8 overtimes. Like I couldn't believe like what I was watching. They went in 8 overtimes.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Like, cause like after I think three, they're just going for two for 2 point conversions back
Yeah,
and forth.
yeah,
So it was crazy. Like Georgia versus Georgia Tech, that was a good game. And it's wild because the rivalry just bring it out because Georgia Tech, they've been whatever.
yeah,
But they haven't been on the caliber of a Georgia, but
yeah.
they always show up to
Oh,
play that game because it's a rivalry. And and just the crazy madness with all the flag,
yeah.
people trying to plant their flag on the other team's field. It's like, man, like I'm pretty sure some type of ban's gonna come on the flags. Like they're gonna be like, you can't have a flag, you can't. It's gonna be some type of ruling come down because they got too crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I think I was watching even at the end of that Ohio State Michigan game,
Oh
and
yeah,
I think
yeah,
that was the
yeah,
first one I seen, with Michigan winning. Again, they won the game, but they thought that they were still gonna, they thought they could still just plant their Michigan flag on Ohio State's
Oh,
So
listen, it was definitely intentional. Like
yeah,
that, it was definitely like, yeah, it was wild.
they don't care about you winning, but you ain't about to disrespect them, win or lose. Like, come on.
But it was like it happened that game. It happened North Carolina versus North Carolina State.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a few games like that.
Alabama. Yeah,
Alabama, Auburn, yeah.
it was a few games. But again, man, I mean that is what a rival is. Now, yes, it like Rosie just mentioned, it was kind of weird. It was sad because again, it just seemed like it was most of these games, it was almost like they just called each other like, hey, we're gonna plant the flag on they fit. And it just seemed like most of the teams just kept doing things like that. Now, yes, there's always gonna be little scuffles and it's
Yeah.
gonna be a thin line and coaches and trainers gonna be trying to break them up, but it was just a lot for 1 week with a lot of rival games, and it was just a lot. It was just a lot going on.
Right.
But again, a lot of good wins, a few upsets as well. But hey, I love it though. I always love looking at the competition like that on the college level. But man, okay. Speaking of hard heads, knuckleheads. I can't even remember if he's Knuckle or Sonic. I can't remember. But again, speaking of knuckleheads, man, what we got today, Rosie?
We got Get 'em Choppin'. So for this week's segment, we're talking about, Jameer Gibbs, running back from the Detroit Lions. So he posted a picture of a teammate. Um, harmless picture, laugh, jokey, whatever, not realizing that there was a whiteboard behind him that had like a vast majority of their play calls written on it.
Get him chopping.
So, and that was posted out on like social media, right? So
Fair.
instantly people start like reposting it,
Oh,
resharing it, boom, boom. So after the Lions game, uh, like a reporter asked Dan Campbell, like, "Hey, how do you feel about Jameer posting the picture?" And he was like, "Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about." And he told me he was like, "Oh, yeah, I gotta talk to him about that." And then he left, left the interview and was like, "All right,
wait.
thank you, I gotta go talk to him." So it was a real thing. Like, I mean, like they probably had to like redo all their play calls because he put it all on social media. Like, you got to be more careful. What's your thoughts on
Get
that?
him chopping.
I mean, yeah, like you just have to be careful with anything you put on the internet and things like that. But again, I get it if they're having fun and things like that. But come, sir, somebody should have told you or something like
Didn't even realize it.
your manager. So I don't know, whoever, but um, yeah. Again, yeah, that same thing. My thoughts, man. That was just lack of character. You know what I'm saying? I don't like I said, just a lack of communication with other people. But again, I get it. You're having fun. You're dancing and trying to post a picture or post a video of all of that, but I've been kind of researching on this, and it seems like a lot of teams are going to start possibly saying no cell phones or anything
Yeah.
like that in here. Because
Right.
come on, guys, like this, it was just getting that's just silly. Not to mention, the Lions have a game. They had like a more of a shorter week because their game was on Thursday. So
Right.
they only have a Sunday game. So, like you mentioned, if they have to change up all of those play calls and all those schemes and things like that, all because of him, boom, that's what it is. Now, I will say too, I did just recently listen to a more recent interview from Coach Campbell, and I mean, he basically said, nothing's going to change as far as his play time or discipline. He was like, man, he basically because of course, reporters cannot wait to ask him, more
Right.
So basically, he just said, "I'm I'm not worried about it. I don't care. Who cares? Are they still going to be able to get it? Defeat us now that they know now?" And he's like, "This is the challenge now. He made the mistake. Boom. We just got to keep going." So
Right.
I'm glad I'm glad Coach Campbell. I'm glad he just
Had
came.
his back. Had
Uh,
his back for sure. Yeah.
yeah, man. So, but still, Jameer Gibbs, you definitely got to get
Gotta get them chopping.
Get him chopping.
Gotta get them chopping.
knuckles, knucklehead, whatever you want to call yourself. Man, but yeah. Hey, and last but not least, man, young men and women, athletes. I love doing this part, but please be careful what you put on social media. Be careful what you record, period. You never know. Hackers, you just never know. But again, we get it. Have fun. You got to make memories. We know in these meetings and these locker rooms, players love having fun, dancing, singing, and all this good stuff, but not when all of your blocking schemes and plays and things like that are right behind you where the whole world can see it. It's all over the internet now. So just be careful what you guys put on the internet. Be careful who you share these type of things with. And hey, we're gonna go from there. Get them chopped. All right, so moving on to week 14. Of course, it's getting later in the season. We are definitely going to have some similar games, but we do have some different games, man. I'm even looking at number three. Oh, God. Number three, Giants Saints. You know, I was up in the air about it, but for one, I like how mad the Giants were from this past loss, you know, which also they actually just let go of Daniel Jones too. So he's
Yeah.
fine, he's finally gone from the Giants. Still got all that money though. Let me see. Buckner. Oh, here we go. Number nine. Number nine. I picked the Cardinals. You picked the Seahawks. You know, I just think Kyler Murray is just gonna, come back, bounce back from last week, and you know, I don't know, man, but Gino has just he's been that guy. He's been that guy, man. But and who else we got? Number 10,
Bengals, Cowboys.
Ben- Bengal,
No,
Bear,
49ers, Bears.
49ers, Bears. So
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
picked 49ers, you picked the Bears.
I think it's a fair match, but we're gonna see how that plays out. And last but not least, man, Cowboys and Bengals. I don't know. I don't know. I just got I shouldn't. Of course, the last time I did this, they got smacked. But again, Cowboys just won. They're feeling good. What you doing?
Even though Dak ain't even playing no more.
Exactly.
This what they do. This what they do. They just the Cowboys organization. They can't handle the pressure.
That's crazy, man.
But the
We gonna
Chiefs,
see though.
the Chiefs game is gonna be a good one. Chiefs and Chargers. The like Chargers have been playing well. Coach Harbaugh is one of my favorite coaches in the league. He's doing a great job. Um, you know, we
I said
go
the other week about that chart about the Chargers and in particular Justin Herbert. This is something that we have not seen the past, whatever past couple seasons with Justin Herbert. He's running the ball.
yeah,
He's actually pretty good at just taking off. So I think that's one thing that's kind of
yeah,
separating that team from being is
yeah.
good. I mean, of course, the Josh Allens, the Lamar Jackson, and even Patrick Mahomes sometimes who got to take off and
But Justin Herbert, he would run it at Oregon. I think
yeah, yeah.
I think the last coach probably was telling them like, we got to keep you safe. I don't want you running. Probably trying to get him to be more of a pocket passer. But I mean, he's a pretty good athlete though.
Nah, he is. I almost forgot though. That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
he was not running like how he is. this, earlier in this season and last season. So I'm definitely going to be Chiefs, look out for that, man. This man will take off on us.
Sure.
All right, man, but that is week 14. Well, ladies and gentlemen, man, that is this week's 50/60 show. We do hope you guys enjoy it. Comment some of the issue, or excuse me, comment some of the concerns you might have with some of the teams we picked and why you think you might disagree or agree or disagree with some of the picks we make, because we are kind of crazy like that sometimes, especially when I'm picking the Cowboys for some strange reason. But hey, we gonna see, man. But again, this is the 50/60 show.
Where we always gonna bring you 110%.
And thank you all for being here, man. I'm Scoobs.
And I'm Coach Rosey.
Hey, we appreciate y'all. Hey, have a good one.
Brother.